My name is Vic Green, and I'm the Next Steps Director at the Chapel. I'm so glad that you're interested in joining our guest services team. As you've probably seen, Sundays are filled with smiling faces and name tags running around in the parking lot, the coffee shop, and the worship service. That is because guest service consists of 6 different teams. It includes parking lot greeters and door greeters, New Here tent, hospitality, ushers, and a connect team. Today, I wanted to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how all these teams work together, and I wanted to share with you the what, why, and how of guest services. So let's start with the what. As a church, we exist to help people meet, know, and follow Jesus, and our guest services is a huge part of that because we bridge the gap between guest and community. When you serve on guest services, you get to be the first person that our guests meet, and often you become the start of helping someone move from a guest to being part of our church family. So I want to go ahead now and personally say thank you. I have no doubt that you're going to be the reason that a guest finds his or her new church home and takes their next step with their relationship with Jesus. The second question is why? Why do we do guest services? Did you know that most guests, on their first visit to the church, they decide in the first 7 to 10 minutes if they're going to come back next week? Yes, you heard that right. Many guests decide about your church before they hear the first worship song or hear the sermon. Though that sounds weird, it makes more sense when you think about it from the shoes of a guest. In the first 10 minutes, you arrive at a place you've never been before. You're at an event where everyone knows one another except you. You may have dropped your kids off to complete strangers. You probably sat down by yourself, and who knows if you were able to find the most important things like a coffee shop or a restroom. I don't know about you, but that makes me anxious just thinking about it. That's exactly why guest services is so important. We realize that the sermon starts in the parking lot. We have the opportunity to demonstrate the love of Christ by welcoming and accepting people regardless of what baggage they're carrying with them on Sunday mornings. And isn't that exactly what Jesus did for us? He met us where we were and welcomed and accepted us into His forever family. And each Sunday, we get the opportunity to do the same. And then lastly, how do we do it? As a guest service ministry, we have 4 values that impact how we serve. The first is that we expect the guest. We know that every Sunday is someone's first Sunday. So for everything we do, we think about what does the guest need. That's why we wear name tags or why we have signs and tents. We want to always be thinking about how we can make someone's first visit special. The second value is that we want to have fun. On Sunday mornings, we take the gospel seriously, but not ourselves. This may be anything from holding funny signs to playing music at our tents. When we have fun together, it does several things. It shows that we enjoy being together, and for a new person, that's attractive. It also raises the expectancy for the service. To the new person, it communicates, this morning's going to be awesome, and you're going to love what's next. And then lastly, it's a positive surprise for people who have never thought church and fun were 2 things that could go together. Our third value is to make it personal. Every Sunday, our volunteers have different roles and responsibilities, but no matter what they are, we always encourage them to remember the big picture. We are about people, not tasks. If all we focus on is opening a door, we miss the opportunity to smile, to say good morning, or to give a hug. And it's amazing to see how those small actions can completely change someone's morning. Lastly, we go the extra mile. As a team, we always look for opportunities to go above and beyond. So when someone needs help finding the coffee shop, we don't point and say, it's over there. But instead we say, let me show you, and we walk them there. And when we look for opportunities to go the extra mile, that's when people notice not just the love that we have for them, but the love that Christ has for us. You will hear more specifically about when your volunteer team meets, how they function, and more. But the big thing to remember is that all our teams exist to help people meet, know, and follow Jesus by bridging the gap between guest and community. And we do this by expecting the guest, having fun, making it personal, and going the extra mile.